Tom and I have actually been training together for the past 15 years. So the workout we're going to do today is based on Tom's in-season workout, just to kind of keep up with his foundational program. Things that we've done in the off-season to make sure we can maintain them during the course of the season. So we're going to run through 9 exercises today that are going to cover the full body. And here we go. So before each of our exercises, what we typically do with Tom is we will just do just an active warm-up. It'll just be a quick little banded run, just so we can stimulate the nervous system. So what we're going to do here is we're going to get these heavy bands and we're going to cross them over, so it's going to form an X over your chest. And then we're going to step out just enough to get a little bit of resistance, and then we're going to go quick feet, quick hands. And so we'll typically do this until he just feels warm, slightly exhausted, and then we'll go ahead and right into our 9 exercises that we do. So this exercise is standing rows, and what we're going to do is we're going to take our handled loop bands and we're going to attach them chest high to our band spine here. And for those of you that don't have a band spine that's attached to garage or whatever, you can use a door band spine. And what you want to do is make sure again that it's chest high. We're going to get into our correct position here. So again, make sure that our spine is straight, knees are bent, tight core, tight glutes. And we're going to simply bring these back. We want to make sure that our elbows are tight to our body as we do these rows. And what this exercise is going to do, it's going to engage back muscles, going to engage posterior delt muscles, and work at helping just to strengthen this upper body. Again, the importance of this is to make sure you're always maintaining good core stability so the force of the band doesn't push you going forward. So this exercise is our resisted band push-up. And we do this so that we can isolate pec major and minor, the delts, and the core. So what you're going to do is you're going to start with the band around the mid-back. You're going to anchor it to your thumbs, just like this, and you're going to get down into a plank type of position. And we're going to go down, and we're going to extend right back up. And the idea behind this movement is to be able to do it at the speed of sport. So it needs to be a functional movement, which is a lot of the things that we do here. Everything is based on functional stability and functional strength. And during the season for Tom, it's 1 set, max reps. So we will take this exercise to complete muscle fatigue, and we'll do it 1 time. So this exercise is called core rotations. And what we do is we take another handled band, we attach it mid-trunk to the spine. We're going to use 1 handle here. And what you're going to do is you're going to face the spine sideways, come out enough just to give it enough resistance. You want to again make sure you get in your athletic form, feet shoulder width apart, knees are slightly bent, core is engaged. Bring your arms straight out. And to begin this exercise, you're going to start with rotation towards the band spine. And keeping your arms straight, you're going to rotate about 180 degrees to the opposite side. And you want to make sure that as you do this, you're looking to only rotate your upper torso. You don't want to rotate your mid-torso here. You just want to make sure you just get good shoulder rotation, engaging core, and making sure that we're staying nice and stable. And then of course it's important to remember that we want to do opposite sides. So we would have you turn around and make sure that you do the opposite sides to keep things equal. And this exercise is important in Tom's workout because as a quarterback, what he's looking to do is generate enough ground force to turn into torque. And so this helps us translate ground force into torque to be able to get more velocity on his throws. So for this exercise, Christian's going to demonstrate our deadlift. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the band flat on the floor. You're going to step on the band. You're going to keep your feet about shoulder width apart, right? You're going to grab with your hands. You're going to grab the ends of the band. You want to make sure that you're sitting back, that you're sitting into your hips, that your knees are slightly bent. We want to make sure that your knees never go over your toes and that your nose doesn't go over your toes. Up and down. And again, as a reminder, we just want to make sure that you understand that we're engaging glutes, hamstrings, quadriceps through this exercise. The reason why this is so important is because really for an aging quarterback or any aging athlete, we want to make sure that his legs stay really nice and strong. So this next exercise that we're going to be demonstrating is the bicep curl. And for this exercise, you need to put the band on the floor. You're going to step in the band, make sure your feet are shoulder width apart, knees are going to be slightly bent. Grab the band with your hands at about waist level, and then we're going to proceed into a bicep curl. And while you're doing this exercise, you want to make sure that the body doesn't sway back and forth. You want to Make sure you keep your core engaged and your glutes engaged, so you maintain core stability here. So the next exercise that we're going to demonstrate is the tricep extension exercise. So you're going to start with, again, the band on the floor. You're going to step in the band. Again, feet are going to be shoulder width apart. Knees are going to be slightly bent. You're going to bring the band up, extend it over your head. And now with your abs engaged, glutes engaged, go ahead and bring your arms back and back up in an extension. Again, it's very important to maintain feet shoulder width apart. Your abs are always going to be engaged. Glutes are engaged, knees are slightly bent, so as you get into the tricep extension, the force of the band doesn't pull you forward or backward. This exercise is the deceleration lunge. And so with this exercise, you want to get a continuous loop band, put it in a carabiner, and we're going to attach it right around hip high. You're going to take this band, you're going to put it around your waist, and you're going to step back until you give the band just enough resistance that you're starting to feel it pull you forward a little bit. And then you're going to start with your right leg and you're going to get into a lunge forward. And as you get into that lunge, you want to make sure that you control the deceleration of the lunge. So you've got to activate your core to help control that movement. You want to make sure that your back knee barely touches, forms 90-degree angle as you come back and you pop right back up. Again, make sure that we are straight, have a straight spine, that our back is flat, and we're not bending forward. And again, as with all of our other exercises, it's 1 set, max reps. So this next exercise, Christian is going to demonstrate the shoulder press. So for the shoulder press, again, we're going to put the band on the ground. Bring your hands up to shoulder width here. So we want to make sure his core is nice and engaged, glutes are engaged, knees are slightly bent, and we're going to raise the arms straight up overhead and right back down. And again, we want to do this at the speed of sport. We want to stay functional, and we want to make sure it's 1 set, max reps. So again, go to complete muscle fatigue. So for this exercise, we're going to do the X band squat. And we can do it 2 ways. One, which is the way Tom does it, is we will put 1 band around your knees. So Christian, go ahead and demonstrate putting the band around your knees. Then you're going to take these bands, you're going to put 1 in 1 foot, cross over to the opposite shoulder. Take this band, cross it up to the opposite shoulder, creating an X in the band. And what we're going to want to do here with this exercise again is we're going to want to make sure that your knees never go over your toes and that your nose doesn't go over your toes. This exercise is meant to strengthen quads, hamstrings, and glutes. And as with all of our other exercises, you want to make sure that your core always stays nice and engaged. So what you're going to do is, Christian, go into your form. You're going to go down and right back up. So you'll notice here that this band around his knees is put there so that we can create a little bit more glute stabilization and glute activation. So at the beginning and end of all of our workout sessions, we always do pliability work. These are important to do pre and post. One, it stimulates the nervous system and it activates good blood flow to the soft tissues and it gets them ready for the workout. And then doing it after the workout obviously then helps flush out some of the lactic acid that's going to be accumulated as a result of your workout. So before we do any of our exercises, we'll take a few minutes and we'll use our vibrating pliability roller here. And we'll start with our calves, and we'll do some rotation there. Christian's going to demonstrate how we kind of get both lateral, medial aspects of the calf. So we kind of get all of that, and then we're going to go right up into the hamstring. And what's nice about the vibrating aspect of these rollers is that what it's actually doing is it's stimulating nervous system. So we're getting a great nervous system response to the aspect of the tension of the rolling. So we feel that through the nervous system stimulation, we can make sure that we can create more sustainability through our pliability treatments. So there you have it. This is Tom Brady's in-season workout.